Hi Richie, it's Jane here. I just thought it'd be nice for me to read you a story while you're not at school so we can continue with practicing reading. This story that I'm going to read to you today is called Silly Sandwiches. Silly Sandwiches by Anne Harth. Mum was playing the piano. She played the piano a lot. Dylan opened a kitchen cupboard. His friend Jake opened another one. What's for lunch, Mum? Dylan called. Can you see, Richie, that in that story that there's a question, it says, what's for lunch, Mum? And then there's a question mark. The piano music stopped. Make yourself some sandwiches, Mum called. The music started again. What kind of sandwiches? Dylan asked. The music stopped. Any kind. Use your imagination. The music started again. Any kind? Dylan grinned at Jake. Do you remember what grinning is, Richie? It's when you smile and you show your teeth. That's grinned. He put the bread on the table. Jake set out 2 plates. Let's see what you have, he said. They pulled out jars, boxes, and bags. The table was filled with food. They had peanut butter, mustard, and honey. Oh, what do you think about those sandwich fillings, Richie? Do you think peanut butter would go nice with mustard? Ugh. They had raisins, sugar cubes, and biscuits. Tiny marshmallows spilled from a bag. The bag of chocolates was not open yet. Jake looked at all the food. Now what? He said. Dylan rubbed his hands together. Dig in, he said. I'm starting with the peanut butter. Everything else will stick to it. Jake nodded. Good idea. The boys spread peanut butter on their bread. Jake reached for the marshmallows. Dylan opened the chocolates. Dylan sprinkled chocolates over the peanut butter. He sprinkled marshmallows over the chocolates. Raisins came next. The piano music stopped. Are you finding enough to eat? Mum called. Jake slapped a biscuit on his sandwich. Dylan picked up a jar of mustard. Yes, he called. The piano music started again. Dylan went back to work. He spread mustard over the raisins. Ooh, do you think that sounds nice, Richie? Mustard over raisins. Ugh. He dribbled honey over the mustard. He crumbled a coconut biscuit over the honey. Finished. Dylan slapped a slice of bread on top. His sandwich was tall. He picked it up and looked at Jake. Jake picked his up too. They grinned at each other.
Mummy, who's Jake?
Jake's a little boy in the story. They grinned at each other. They opened their mouths wide. They munched and chewed and swallowed. Yum, said Dylan. Best sandwich I've ever had, said Jake. The sandwiches were soon gone. The piano music stopped.
Why?
Well, because it stopped after they eaten their sandwiches. Have you boys eaten your sandwiches? Mum called. Yes, Dylan answered. What kind did you make?
Who's Dylan?
Dylan's the other little boy. Dylan looked at Jake. Jake shrugged and Dylan laughed. Silly sandwiches.